Imposter syndrome can be an insidious mindset trap if you don't handle it. And the problem with it is that even if you get the courage, you get pumped up, and you produce the content, you make the video, you write the article, you publish the book, it can still creep back into your life at any moment. No matter how good you become, imposter syndrome can beat you over the head again and again and again and again. And I can tell you, I've experienced it for years. I started creating content that went in front of the public about 6 years ago. And ever since then, it's never left me this thought of, well, am I knowledgeable enough? Do I have enough insight? Do I have enough perspective to actually share with someone, to add value to another human being's life? And so if you've ever thought to yourself, man, I can't make this content, or I can't make the video, or I can't speak to the group, or I can't write the book because I don't know enough yet, or I'm not enough of an expert, or other people are already out there who are better than I am, and so other people should just listen to them instead of listening to me. If you've ever thought any of these things, I want to share with you 3 specific mindset shifts that I've made to help me when that imposter syndrome creeps in, as it inevitably does once in a while, so that I can overcome it and create content that I believe can truly inspire, encourage, and empower other people like you to go out, maximize your potential, and create and live an extraordinary life. I know that you have incredible value to share with the world, whether you do it through a podcast, a video, some posts on social media, through speaking, through a book. I know that you have something to contribute to the world. So I want to help you to feel empowered and equipped to break through that imposter syndrome so that you actually produce the content that can positively impact people's lives and make a true difference in the world. So the very first thing that I think about when imposter syndrome creeps in, I call the A to Z exercise. Pretty simple, but check out what I'm sharing. So if you think about where you are on your journey of whatever you do, whether it's personal growth and development, or it's some other area of expertise. For me, this example would be my personal growth and development journey. So I view every journey as being from A to Z because it's pretty simple to have it linear like this, although I recognize not every journey, or nearly no journey, is actually this linear. But I think about it this way in the context of imposter syndrome because it's easy to think about, okay, where am I today on this spectrum from A to Z, and who am I talking to? So as an example, on this spectrum from A to Z in personal growth and development, if I picture myself as being on B of my journey, where A is like very beginner and Z is masterful. Now, you might watch some of my videos, or other people who have watched my videos might say, JJ, you're definitely like C, D, E, F, somewhere in the middle of the alphabet. But for simplicity's sake, I truly believe that I've got so much to learn and so much value that I still need to figure out in my own life, and from my own perspective and knowledge and expertise, that, gosh, I really think that I'm probably still in this beginner mode. Even if there are millions of people in the A section, I believe that I'm probably somewhere here. You can pick wherever you are. The example will work the same. So once you decide where you are on the spectrum from A to Z on your journey, or in your industry or your profession, or the area or content that you're wanting to teach on and talk about and share about in the world, you've got to realize who you're talking to. So for me, if I think about being a B, well, I know for certain that there are millions of people who are just getting started on their personal growth and development journey. And so I easily can talk to these people. These people, maybe you're one of them, I'm not sure. You might be someone that just got started in your personal development journey, and you just realized that you're sick and tired of not being the best version of yourself. And so you want to figure out strategies and insights and perspectives and have a sense of inspiration and a sense of empowerment to take charge of your life and to move forward even faster towards unleashing your greatest potential in the world. So maybe you're this A. You're like, JJ, you're a step ahead of me, and I got a lot to learn from you. You've read so many books and listened to podcasts and studied people for years and years and years. I've got something to learn from you because you're a step ahead. And because I might be a step ahead of you, maybe I'm not, maybe you're elsewhere on this spectrum, but let's say you're an A and I'm a B, then I'm a step ahead, and I've got things I can share because I've been where you want to go. Now, what we also have to realize is that there are people that are B on their journey, on their personal growth and development journey, that I can still speak to. You might be exactly where I am on my personal growth and development journey as where you are on your personal growth and development journey. And what that means is We're right next to each other on our own journeys, and we can talk as friends and collaborators, and I can share what's working for me and you can share what's working for you. But I know that you haven't looked at all the millions of different possibilities of how to approach life. At whatever stage you are in your life, if you're at step B on your personal growth and development journey, there are millions of different things you could be considering and looking at and learning that maybe you haven't considered some of the things that I've considered. Maybe you haven't studied some of the things that I've studied, even though we're at the same place. There are nuanced aspects of everything that we learn that I probably still have value to share with you. And either way, maybe I'm just reminding you of the simple things that you already know, but you need reminded of. One of my favorite quotes is by Samuel Johnson, an author from the 1700s, who said, "People need to be reminded more often than they need to be instructed." We just need reminded of the things that work. We need to be reminded in an inspiring and encouraging way to use the fundamentals, the basic things that can make the biggest difference in life. And it doesn't end there, because I talked about that I can speak to the people that are a step behind me. I can speak to the people that are right where I am on the journey. And the truth is, I can also speak to anyone along this spectrum. Why? Because, again, it's about the simple things, the fundamentals that most people who are further along in their journey can easily forget and need reminded of. So back to the quote about people need to be reminded more often than they need to be instructed. These people, maybe they don't need something new from me. They just need to be reminded of the simple, fundamental basics that they used when they started their journey, that they now just need brought back to, again, in an encouraging and inspiring way. So I might be sharing simple messages for you or for anyone at any point along the spectrum, and you just need reminded of these things in an energizing and different way. So I might be someone sharing the exact same content as somebody else, but I share it in such a way that it resonates with you more. Or you're catching this video at a time that it strikes you more profoundly than it otherwise might have if this was a video that you watched a month ago or a year ago or 5 years ago. But now you can listen to this message and be like, that's it, that's right. That hits me right where I need to be hit. It strikes a chord with me, and I'm going to take action on this message to make a positive difference in my life, to be re-energized, to be re-inspired, so that I can move forward and make the difference in life that I'm meant to make. You can be thinking all of these things and not have learned anything new, but just been reminded of something that you've heard before. The second thing I remind myself of that you could take on for yourself is this: be a student first. Be a student first. You don't even have to think about yourself as an expert, quote unquote. You don't have to think about yourself as the world's leading authority on whatever your topic is. You can just think about yourself as someone that is learning on your own journey. I remember back when I was in college, we would have study tables and we'd get together with groups of friends that were peers in our same classes, whether it was economics or Spanish or biology or whatever. And if we were working in preparation for a test or an exam, we'd get together and we'd review things together. So none of us thought, hey, we're the expert. We were just learning things and then teaching them so that we learned them even better. And so one of the major reasons that I make videos like this is because I find myself having to think differently and more in depth about the stuff that I talk about. So if I just keep all of my thoughts and ideas and the wisdom that I'm pulling from other people, if I just keep it in my head, then I don't learn it as much as if I actually make a video on it, as if I would if I actually created content. So I can learn something better, more in depth if I speak about it. And so I truly think of myself as a student first. I don't first and foremost say, hey, I'm an expert, come listen to me. I say, I'm a student. I'm learning as much as I can on this journey of life. And whatever I'm learning, whatever I can pull out and I can pass along to you or anyone else, that feels meaningful and fulfilling, and it gets me excited. So I just know I'm a student on this journey of life who cares about sharing what I'm learning, and hopefully in an inspiring and encouraging way that helps you feel like you get something from the videos and can transform your life in a positive way so you can go and make your biggest difference. And if you are that person that truly wants to make a major difference in this world, then you gotta just get out there. And so my hope is that you're being encouraged by this video, that whatever your message is, whatever your value is, you just gotta get out there. You just gotta lean into the discomfort. You gotta be courageous and step into the fear. You gotta face fear down. And then, as Sean Cannell says, punch fear in the face. Just hit record or write the book or whatever it might be for you and take action to put yourself out there, to put yourself in a position to be rejected. Because by the way, before I share this third strategy that I use to mentally shift myself to get over imposter syndrome, I want to remind you that facing rejection and being rejected is one of the things that can strengthen us more than anything else. Why? Because we all have so many fears about what it means to be rejected. And when it actually happens, when you actually put yourself out there, it tends to be not as bad as we thought it would be. You know, I've made hundreds of videos at this point across all of different social medias, and I've had very few people talk negatively towards me. The vast majority of people, nearly every person who comments on any of the content that I've ever created has been positive and encouraging and uplifting. And so putting yourself out there feels scary, but the truth is you're going to get more support and encouragement from people who care about you, from people who find value in your content, than you will find negative thoughts from naysayers and people who want to hate on you. It's just the reality is maybe as you grow bigger and bigger and bigger, you have more people or more folks that want to talk down to you or try to bring you down. But as you're getting started on your journey, especially in the early stages of your journey, I truly believe that you're going to have more people who want to encourage you along your journey than anything else. And the third thing that I remind myself of to overcome this imposter syndrome is that I'm just here to share my perspectives and opinions and my thoughts and the way that I think. I'm not here to say here's the only way to overcome imposter syndrome or here's the scientifically proven way to overcome imposter syndrome. What I'm saying is this is my secret to overcoming imposter syndrome. This is how I think about imposter syndrome. This is how I break through it to create the content that I truly want to be making to share with the world. I'm here to share what my opinions are, my thoughts, my perspectives. Yes, certainly I bring science and research into many of my videos because I love to study, I love to learn, I love to share the latest things that are coming out about mindset and neuroscience and how we can achieve success in different areas of our life, relationships, in our health and our wellness and our careers and our ability to communicate with others and our ability to lead. Like, I love to consume that content and then share the actual research. But at the end of the day, what I truly love to do is take whatever I'm learning and share my thoughts and my perspectives and my experiences with it. So I'm not here to say this is the only way to do it. This is the scientifically proven and researched way and this is how everybody should do it. I'm here to say this is how I've done it. This is how I think about it. This is my experience with this specific topic. And so I believe that if you can remind yourself that you're not here to put yourself out there as an expert or the world's greatest authority on your topic, you're just here to say, I've got some thoughts and ideas that I've learned on my journey. Here's my experiences with it. Here are my thoughts and perspectives. Here's how I've used it. Here's how I think you might consider using it to improve your life, to better yourself, to have a greater success in some kind of area of your life. If you think about it that way, I believe you can overcome imposter syndrome so that you can lean into your greatest potential. You can tap into your greatness and you can share the extraordinary value that you have to share with the world to make the positive impact that you are here to make. And if you want to continue to stay inspired and fired up to keep going on your journey, go and watch this video next because I will help you on your journey to tap into your greatest potential and do the work that you are destined to do. My friend, no matter what obstacles and challenges you face, just keep going.